So think about like, we all have that one thing that's bugging us, whether it's like from childhood, and it doesn't have to do with business, can be anything that's like really bothering you. So just close your eyes and move your eyes to like the bottom left corner and think about that, the thing that's bugging you. And then go to the top left corner, top right corner, bottom right corner. Now in one of those corners, you can open your eyes if you want. In one of those corners, you're gonna feel more like triggered, literally as if the moment is happening to you right now. And you're gonna be able to like almost feel like you're in the moment. It's a super weird thing. You can do it at home alone, completely okay. It's probably better to do it that way, or with somebody, one person that you really trust. And just think about that experience and think like, why do I think that way? What happened? So you think about a very specific thing that happened to you, and you ask yourself why, and you keep digging. Why? 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 So maybe if you keep doubting yourself and you like lost out on an opportunity to like be with someone or to close like a huge deal, or you just completely fell apart and had an embarrassing moment, like think about that. Well, why? Okay, well maybe when you're in high school, you got rejected in front of some people and it really hurt. Okay, like why did that hurt? And you keep going and digging, and maybe it turns out when you were 5 years old, your parent like stopped you from running out in the middle of the street because you almost got hit by a car, and they're like, don't ever run out in the middle of the street again, don't do that, like stop, and you're still carrying that as an adult. And it's just a really weird thing, but once you realize that that happened to you at 5 years old and it no longer applies to you today because you're not a child playing outside by the street, you can just let go of that. And it's really helpful for me, and I'm not a doctor, so I probably botched some of the things, and I've done this a few times when I'm struggling with things, and it really helps. And there's even people that will do that like with mushrooms and like all this crazy thing. Like I've never done a drug in my life, but whatever works is like whatever works. But you just gotta like think about those situations and like dig until you find like the real original reason why you think the way you think, because odds are it originated a very long time ago, and it does not affect you today logically, but it affects you emotionally.
Sounds like EMDR therapy.
There's a lot of similar things. Yeah. It's just called brain spotting when I did it.
Where did you hear about brain spotting? I've never heard of it.
So I worked with a therapist.
Okay.
So I struggled with something called the yips. So I was a college baseball player. And I could no longer play catch because I was not accurate, which is the most embarrassing thing in the world to me. And I got cut as a senior because of it. And it's really difficult because you're playing with a bunch of other high performance athletes, and all of a sudden you can't do the simplest thing. And it's just so wrecking to your identity and who you are. And I didn't know what to do, and I tried so many different things, and eventually like I failed, and I still haven't figured it out. And there's still nights where I get upset about that, but I know a little better how to deal with it now, and understanding like some things from my childhood that were personal that may have made me that way, and I don't feel as guilty about it as I used to. So it has helped, although I don't have like the final solution, but I'm better off mentally than I was a few years ago.
Sorry, what is it that you did?
Brain spotting? Brain spotting, you can watch my TikTok later.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you when you're older. So, yeah, that's helpful. It's not woo-woo. Like if you try it, like you will feel that emotion. Like we all want to avoid thinking about the thing that went wrong, but sometimes you have to go down that route and just think about it, and it helps you overcome it.